Hey, Mortgage Coach community, Dave Savage here, and we are lucky. We have Jeff Brown, Bellevue, Washington. Jeff closed, Jeff, 32 million in production last year?
Right, 32.
All right. It's closing around 8 loans monthly, getting business from a lot of different sources, realtors, CPAs, financial planners, and a lot of past client referrals. So great job,
Right.
Jeff.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So like a lot of loan officers in today's market, when I asked you what your top challenges are, you said low inventory. So I think everybody is struggling with that.
Yeah.
So you're a mortgage coach. You've done hundreds of total cost analysis for families.
Sure.
I want you to flash back before you were a mortgage coach, before you had a total cost analysis. What's different? What has Mortgage Coach done for you that's different pre-mortgage coach?
Well, pre-mortgage coach, all we had, literally you probably using a yellow pad of paper and kind of putting the, detailing it out in that way in the best way you could. Combining that with the old good faith estimate or something. But, it really obviously was not that great of a tool. It was just probably kind of what you had to, all you had to offer them at that point. So Mortgage Coach, the information it provides and the way it sets up the graphics, the video piece, it's kind of a game changer. It was for me. I've been using it, I think, 5, 6, 7 years, can't really remember, but, got introduced to it at Sales Mastery and kind of bought it on the spot there and have been, using it ever since. And it just gives you an advantage over every other, option that's out there.
So would you say that it's helped you close more loans?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a differentiator. Clients have never seen anything like it. They're not getting it even today. They're not getting it from that many people. It's not like you're running into it. Surprisingly, it's always kind of amazing to me that more people aren't using, take advantage of it because it's such a great tool, connects you with the clients in a different way.
Well, we're always trying to help families have an epiphany around, wow, no loan officers told me this before. This is the loan that's right for me. Can you think of any families, any home buyers where you've really created kind of an aha moment with them using the total cost analysis? Anyone come to mind?
Yeah, we're having a lot of success in giving them the information they need to make a good informed decision on first-time home buyers. So right now they don't really understand, the options that are available to them. A lot of these low-down options, so we'll put something together in these home buyer classes that shows the 3% conventional, maybe a home ready, and then also an FHA option. But what it shows and really the big benefit, the aha for them is that the cost of renting is so high when you do the rent versus own analysis, and the lack of wealth creation that you're getting as a renter, the lack of tax benefit, and we can show them over a 5-year, 10-year period what the impact is to them financially from a wealth standpoint. That makes a huge difference. I had about 2 months ago, we did a class. We had 6 couples in there who had been pre-approved, but it was just kind of ways they could successfully compete in this market. This was a big part of it. And within 2 weeks of them going through the class, 4 of them had made offers and had got them accepted, kind of understood better how to compete and how to, what the real importance, the urgency of getting into this market is.
So let's break that down. So you did a first-time home buyer workshop or some type of an event. You had 6 buyers in the room, and within a couple of weeks, 4 of them were in the market, and you were able to create clarity for them and urgency, and the total cost analysis helped you do that.
Absolutely. It's a huge tool, and again, the benefit that the rent versus the own tool for first-time buyers is an amazing piece for them to understand really what the true cost is to them to wait.
Now, when you think of, like our goal is not only do we want to create that aha and that sales advantage, we want to help save time. We want to take hours out of the loan, minutes out of your job. How is Mortgage Coach helping you save time? Any thoughts that come to mind there in terms of time savings?
Yeah, it's a huge benefit. For me, you can relay a ton of information in a short period of time. Now it takes me probably 3 to 5 minutes to put together a very high quality total cost analysis. Having these templates, kind of understanding exactly what you're trying to communicate, and it really goes quick. I mean, the video piece now is just secondhand, getting over kind of the what you look like, what you sound like is a perfect take. The more natural it is, the more real it is, the more people can identify with it, and so it's only been a positive, from my standpoint.
So I hope everybody heard that. Within 3 to 5 minutes, Jeff is able to go from, I have this family that I want to deliver options to, I've got this total cost analysis, that helps them visually learn.
Right.
It helps them just within seconds understand what their options are in a way that's more clear and a way that's a competitive advantage. So, hey Jeff, what are if you had one or two favorite features of Mortgage Coach, what would be some of the superpowers you like most?
Well, one is definitely the rent versus own scenario for first time home buyers. I use it a lot for annual reviews. I've been in this business now about 19 years, and large group of past clients. So we do annual reviews and show them where they're at currently versus what the market's doing. Many times, it doesn't result in anything, but they like the information. They like, the data. They understand what's going on in the market, their home prices especially. So those are probably two of the biggest pieces we use it for. And then just the comparisons, especially the, minimum down payment options that are available, really comparing and contrasting the benefits, between some of these, lower down payment, because that tends to be the biggest challenge and struggle in our market, for first-time home buyers.
How often are you adding a video to the total cost analysis? Is that a feature you use much?
Yeah, every time, 100% of the time. I don't even send one out without it. To me, there's so much information there that without the video, it can get, they might be overwhelmed with it. The video really helps them understand and explain it, and again, gives them some context on how to review it. And then we always go over it again in person, or, pull it up together and make real-time changes. I mean, that's one of the, I guess, another good features I really like is we don't have to be there face to face, and I can make changes. We can talk about it, on a mobile app or on the fly, and make changes in the moment. I can see what the impact is immediately.
Love that. And I hear that all the time. I mean, when you're able to humanize it and localize it with a video, so right. they understand their options visually. You personally have spoken to them. It's what drives that efficiency. So, do you do anything intentional so that the family downloads the mobile app? One of the things we hear a lot from top producers is, families more and more are not only looking at the total cost analysis on a desktop, but they're also looking at it on their mobile device.
Right.
Is there anything that you do that's intentional to drive that mobile experience?
Well, working in and around Seattle, you have a lot of tech companies and people in the tech industry. And so I think they adopt these, the apps more. So right up front, we typically will send out the link for them to download, along with the desktop email, and give them the option. And one of the big conversations I'm going to have with them is typically, again, buyers are not looking at homes from 9 to 5 during the workday. They're there in the nights, they're there the weekends. And that's when you're going to need it. You're probably not going to be at your office or your desktop when you want to review those numbers. So getting onto a mobile device, a mobile app where they can be out in the field, they are out looking at homes, they're with their realtors, be able to remind themselves, or just then, take a look at it, give me a call, we can make changes right there. So we get a lot of adoption, just letting them know that that's when they're really going to want to be, accessing this tool, and a lot of them put it on their phone.
So let's do this. I'm going to do a quick recap and debrief, and then I want you to think of I'm a buyer or an agent, whatever you want to do, and you want me to download the app. I want to hear how you say that. But first, I want everybody to just connect the dots on this. So Jeff's using it in live events, where he had 6 home buyers. I'm sure they all downloaded the app. They all saw the rent versus own. He started the conversation, started the story, and then he's updating that. He's updating the total cost analysis, helping them understand the value of home ownership, building urgency around home ownership. I love what you said about annual reviews. So, I mean, think about that. Every person that you serve, they've got your app. They've got your updates, and now he's providing them with proactive, hey, it's been a year. Look at how things compare. I mean, let's face it, you're building a residual income business,
Right.
just like a life insurance agent, where the more clients you have, the more loans you start every year. So kudos to you on that. And then it sounds like you are driving that download. You're using the video. I mean, you're doing it all right. So give me just a quick script. I'm a home buyer. You're going to give me the link with the total cost analysis. What are you going to say to me to get me to download the app and look at this total cost analysis? What's that sound like?
Well, it sounds kind of like what we just talked about. It's like, hey, Dave, this is a great tool. We've already sat down. This is a great tool that we use to keep you updated and give you the information you need in real time to make comparisons kind of on the fly. Again, you're not going to be finding homes between 9 and 5 during the workday. You're going to be doing it in the evenings. You're going to have it on the weekends. And the access to this on your mobile device when you're out, where you really need that information to help you make a good decision about, do we move forward? Do we put an offer in? Is this something that really works within our financial goals? That's the real strong benefit. So we recommend you download it. And again, we can stay in touch that much more efficiently, that much more effectively when you're going to need me, which is, again, weekends and nights.
Love it. So everyone, if you like this interview and you got a takeaway, you got a reminder, like it. You're watching this on YouTube, give us a like, and make sure you share this with your mortgage friends. Make sure you share this with, if you're a manager, with your team. Great opportunity to say, hey, are we using Mortgage Coach here? Are we using it for annual reviews? Are we using it when we do live events? You've given us a great checklist and things to think about. So thank you very much, Jeff, and I appreciate how much you help at Axia. You're a great champion to help us drive the Mortgage Coach mission, and super grateful.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All right, take care.